CES 2024, Hyundai is at it. They've got some amazing stuff, some big breakthroughs. AI is the buzzword this year. Everyone is talking about it. But Hyundai's gone one step further. They've invented hydrogen. I'm Brian. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. So I bumped into Paul Fossey from Clean Technica, and we went to the we went to the event together, and we exchanged some notes. And actually, I had some thoughts on what we saw. But first of all, how would you wrap up what we just saw? What is Hyundai's vision for hydrogen?
Their vision for hydrogen is to get rid of bad stuff like waste and plastics and turn it into clean hydrogen and then run the entire economy on that.
Now that sounds noble.
That does.
That sounds noble. I mean, who could not like that? So does the science exist?
An economist would not like it. Yeah.
Does the science exist to turn plastic waste into hydrogen?
That I don't know, but with enough money, I would say
you
can burn dollars. You can probably take and produce energy at 10 or 100 times other ways. So I think it probably is possible, but
plastic can be broken down into methane. Mm-hmm. They did show a slide on that, and methane can be reformed into hydrogen. Mm-hmm. And then that hydrogen can be transported with a bare minimum of losses.
And then you can just drink the water it makes.
But my question would be, how many steps are we talking? I mean, why wouldn't... You're going to lose at every step.
They didn't address anything about the economics. It was just they had babies, and it was like a political thing. It would be great. Imagine it happening, but I just don't think it's realistic.
Then they got onto a part that I was very excited about, how they're going to store the hydrogen and transport it. And do you remember what the answer was? Innovation. Okay, that's a big gap in the dots that you're hoping. Hydrogen doesn't need new technology; it needs new physics, and it's not like I can invent a new polymer overwrap that's going to prevent leakage. They've tried that for 100 years without success. It doesn't make sense. So then you've got, but the good news is the government has made available $7 billion to establish 7 regional hubs. Now you said you've got some background in economics. What's 7 divided by 7 again?
1 billion a hub.
1 billion? You can't build a factory for $1 billion, let alone a regional hub. I mean, we're talking $10 billion a pop easy. What they're going to do is build something small, take the whole billion, and then what? Because they're not going to they are not going to pick up trash, sort the trash, and turn the trash into anything other than more trash. That is not a thing.
I've been very bullish on Hyundai. I'm going to have to reevaluate because they are making some great EVs, and they did mention that in about 5 seconds of the 45 minutes we just sat through. But I wonder how much reputation and money they're going to waste on this pipe dream.
It doesn't make sense. There's so much process loss along the way. At every step, there's big losses. Mm-hmm. So they pointed out in Oakland, they're already running hydrogen trucks. Mm-hmm. And you said something about the environmental aspect of that.
Well, there is severe regulation in California, so if your only choice is electric, and the electric is production limited, obviously you can't get very many Tesla semis, you've got to have something. So sure, make 10 or 20 hydrogen ones until electric takes over the market. So it does make sense in a highly regulated, but I don't think it has any future once we can get enough batteries to make battery semis.
So we know that BYD has yard haulers. We know that there's the e-Cascadia, there's the Peterbilt. Mack has got garbage trucks that are electric. But the problem with the hydrogen in California is it's all made from natural gas. It's all fossil fuel. All we've done is move the carbon from one place to another, and we haven't changed the equation. I mean, it is better to have centralized pollution, but without the carbon capture.
That is true. It does reduce like the particulate matter, so
Sure.
there are forms of pollution it helps. But my major issue, when you reference someone like a Tony Seba, who has studied disruptions, to get a disruption, it needs a good idea, and this certainly has a good idea, and usually you need about a 10-fold reduction in costs, because it's hard to get people to move from the way they're doing things to the new way. And nobody's presented the 10-fold reduction in costs of hydrogen.
And what they have presented in terms of dollar figures is no figures. And
Today, yes.
Today. But we know what they are. If it's cheaper, it's marginally, but I don't think it's even that. So let's give them some credit for a second. Let's talk about the software and AI stuff. What'd you think of that? You're going to have Alexa in your car. That's going to change your life.
Well, and they did talk a little bit about Amazon. I think they talked about the Amazon ordering and the software. I thought that was okay. I don't think Alexa is the greatest AI bot. I actually like the Volkswagen is actually connecting to ChatGPT, which in my estimation is generations beyond Alexa.
And I would add that they also mentioned that they've got their own in-house things that they're working on that could make it better. But I don't need Alexa in my car. They also mentioned the driver assistance and other features could be available as on-demand paid features. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually okay, with that. I know BMW got in trouble for having that, but I'm fine with manufacturers having. I like the acceleration on demand that Tesla has, and yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Well, I will tell you, so I will be getting acceleration boost, but only because of my referral credits. But if it costs money, I don't think I would. If I could buy it once in a while just to show off, I might do that. I'll tell you my problem with buying single-use FSD type autonomy is your paywalling safety. And I have a very moral objection to paywalling anything safety related. But that I will apply criticism to everyone on. Okay, so I think that's good enough for now. I think we covered it. What did we miss? What do we misunderstand? Paul Fossey from Clean Technica. How cool is that? Stay tuned. Can't wait to hear from you, clever robots, on the next one.